In today's session, I'll be taking you through the basic tips or steps you need to know or you need to follow when sending your CV, your resume, and your cover letter via email to your potential recruiter or employer. Most often, it is very important for you to follow the guidelines or steps that has been given by your employer or potential recruiter in the job description when sending out your CV or your cover letter via an email address. But in situations where instructions are not given or where guidelines are not given by the employer, kindly take the following into consideration. Let's get in. This is how you send out your CV and your cover letter via an email address for job applications and other opportunities. After opening your email address in this format, you then click on compose. When you click on compose, a space will open. Then you have an opportunity to enlarge it, like something like this. So when you click on compose, this is what will appear on your screen. In case you are using a laptop, this is what will appear, and in case you are using a phone too, this is the same appearance. You can see that under the compose we have different aspects and columns we are supposed to fill in, and the first one is 2, and the 2 here refers to where you are to input the recipient email address. That is whether the company's email address or the email address that has been provided in the job description. So over here, you are supposed to input the email address of the organization or the email address you are supposed to send the documents to. So if the email address is SSSAA something like this at gmail.com, you input it like this. Then the next tip is, or the next aspect is the subject aspect, and this is where majority of job applicants mostly get it wrong. The subject matter, the subject aspect is for you to indicate your full name and the vacancy you are seeking to occupy or the position you are applying for. So if your name is Kofi Annan, you input something like this hyphen sales personnel. This is what you are supposed to indicate under the subject aspect. Then after the subject, after you complete the subject aspect, you then come to the compose section of the email, and under the compose section, that is where you are to select your PDF copies or the Word versions of your CV and your cover letter and any other additional information you are to submit to the recruiter. But before you submit or select your CV and your cover letter, you have to showcase your interest so that the employer will know that you are really interested and care for the values and culture of the organization. You input something like before you submit or before you select your documents. Kindly input something like this: Dear Sir, or dear hiring manager, or dear human resource manager, or dear the person you are submitting the documents to. Then after the salutation, you then come down and input something like this: my name is Kofi Annan, and I am sending my CV and cover letter in respect of the sales personnel's vacancy you have open at your company or establishment. Below is below are copies of my CV and cover letter. Thank you. This is the proper way to submit your CV and your cover letter via email. When any employer receives your email, he or she will know that this is a professional applicant. So after putting up something like this, then you now go to attach files and select your CV and your cover letter, then you send it. This is where you find attach files. You click on it, then you select your CV and your cover letter, then you send it out to the receiver, that is your employer or potential recruiter. This is a professional way of how to submit your CV and your cover letter via email. Thank you very much for watching.